Okay, so let's look at question 4. The Smith family was one of the first to come to the U.S. They had 4 children. Assuming that the probability of a child being a girl is zero point 0.5, find the probability that the Smith family had at least 2 girls. All right, so let's, for a moment, let's go to, let me get a new page here. At least 2 girls is we want the probability that X is at least 2. So that's 2 girls or 3 girls or 4 girls. So it's greater than or equal to 2. All right, now we had 4 trials because we had 4 children, and the probability of getting a girl was zero point 0.5. Now, we could use the formula, but it's easier to use the technology to do this. The only problem with the technology as we go to Excel is it gives us the probability of things being less than a value. So what we need to do, since we're looking for x greater than or equal to 2, we need to think of what the opposite of that is. We're going to find the opposite of that in Excel and subtract it from 1 because our probabilities will always add up to 1. So the opposite of x less than or equal to 2 is, and we're going to do 1 minus that opposite, is x is less than or equal to 1. Now let's remember with these binomial distributions, we won't get any numbers between 1 and 2. Um, it'll just be the counting numbers. So we need to find in Excel the probability of x less than or equal to 1 and subtract it from 1, and that will give us the probability that x is greater than or equal to 2. All right, so let's just keep in mind always Excel is going to give us the less than or equal to. All right, so I'm going to go to Excel, and notice the easy way to do this is just think, okay, when I go into Excel, if this is a greater than or equal to, I need to just go 1 less right here when I put it into Excel. All right, so I'm going to do equal binom.dist, and I'm going to type in the 1, and my trials, there were 4 girls, probability was 0.4, and we want the word true. All right, now let's remember this is the opposite of what we want, so we want to subtract it from 1. So equal 1 minus, 0.3125. And the probability we're looking for is 0.6875. Now, I think it said to round it to 3 decimal places. I don't remember, so it'll be 0.688. But in any case, whether we need it to 4 or 3 decimal places, there it is. Now, second part of the problem. And actually, we can see whether it was 3 decimal places or back. That's not what I wanted. Here we go. All right. Let's see. It was, doesn't really say, but we can look at the answer and see what it was. Okay, so they're doing it to the 4 decimal places, 0.6875. Okay, so let's look at part B. We want at most 3 girls. Now let's remember, if we're getting at most 3 girls, that means we can't go over 3. 3 is the maximum number of girls that we would be looking at. So we would be looking at maybe getting no girls. In fact, 1 girl, 2 girl, or 3 girls is also at most 3 girls. So we're really looking for, in this instance, the probability that x is less than or equal to 3. Now, that is exactly what Excel gives us when we put that 3 in, because Excel gives us the less than or equal to. So let's go ahead and put the 3 in, the 4 trials, and the 0.5, and our answer should be exactly what we need in this instance. So let me go back over here, equal binom.dist, and number of trials were 3, or I'm sorry, number of successes were 3, trials were 4, 0.5 probability and true, and our answer is 0.9375, and that is the answer to that probability. All right, now let's go to the other problem that you were thinking about. I think it's over here actually, and I think it was 7. Yeah, all right, now 7. let's write down what we have here first before I go to that other page, just so I don't have to keep flipping back and forth. Let's see. 18 trials are our X. In this case, our number of successes is 7, and our probability is 0.21. All right. In this instance, let's notice we want X equal this 7. All right, anytime we want equal, and we're going to use the Excel technology. Remember I said that Excel gives us less than or equal. So to get the probability of X equaling without the less than part, we have to do a little trick in Excel. And here's that trick. All right, so we're going to do equal, do our binom distribution, and we're going to go one less than our number of successes. So our number of successes was supposed to be 7. We're going to do 6. And our number of trials was 18, and our probability was 2.21 and true. And that is going to give us the probability that x is less than or equal to 6. All right, now we're going to do the same thing again, but we're going to use the 7 and true. And this is going to give us the probability that x is less than or equal to 7. And if we subtract these two, it will give us the probability of being between those two, between the probability of x being less than or equal to 6 and the probability of x less than or equal to 7, we will get exactly the probability that x is 7. So let's just subtract these two. And we get our probability. And probably just 4 decimal places on this, 0.0429. All right. And let's just check the decimal places. We'll go back and look. Um, 4 decimal places, yes, so 0.0429. Hopefully that will help you get through these two problems. And I'll put the others. I think I already have a video for 4.1, so I'll send that along.